Zechariah Chapter 8. Once again, the word of the Lord of hosts came to me, saying, The Lord of hosts declares, I was consumed with great jealousy for Zion, and I was consumed with great fury for her. The Lord declares, I have returned to Zion and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem. Jerusalem shall be called the city of truth, and the mountain of the Lord of hosts, the holy mountain. The Lord of hosts declares, Old men and old women shall once again dwell in the streets of Jerusalem, each with a staff in hand because of their advanced age. And the streets of the city shall be full of boys and girls playing in its streets. The Lord of hosts declares, If it is marvelous in the eyes of the remnant of this people in these days, should it also be marvelous in my eyes? Declares the Lord of hosts. The Lord of hosts declares, Behold, I will save my people from the east country and from the west country. And I will bring them, and they shall dwell in the midst of Jerusalem. They shall be my people, and I will be their God, in truth and righteousness. The Lord of hosts declares, Let your hands be strong, you who hear in these days these words from the mouths of the prophets, who were present on the day that the foundation of the house of the Lord of hosts was laid, that the temple might be built. For before those days there was no wage for man or any wage for beast, and there was no safety from the foe for him who went out or came in, for I set every man against his neighbor. But now I will not deal with the remnant of this people as in the former days, declares the Lord of hosts. For there shall be a sowing of peace. The vine shall give its fruit, and the ground shall give its produce, and the heavens shall give their dew. And I will cause the remnant of this people to possess all these things. And as you have been a byword of cursing among the nations, O house of Judah and house of Israel, so will I save you, and you shall be a blessing. Fear not, but let your hands be strong. The Lord of hosts declares, Just as I purposed to bring disaster to you when your fathers provoked me to wrath, and I did not relent, says the Lord of hosts, so again have I purposed in these days to bring good to Jerusalem and to the house of Judah. Fear not. These are the things that you shall do. Speak the truth to one another, render in your gates judgments that are true, and make for peace. Do not devise evil in your hearts against one another, and love no false oath, for all these things I hate, declares the Lord. And the word of the Lord of hosts came to me, saying, The Lord of hosts declares, The fast of the 4th month, and the fast of the 5th, and the fast of the 7th, and the fast of the 10th shall be to the house of Judah seasons of joy and gladness, and cheerful feasts. Therefore love truth and peace. The Lord of hosts declares, In those days 10 men from the nations of every tongue shall take hold of the robe of a Jew, saying, Let us go with you, for we have heard that God is with you. Single quote.